Hi everyone, this is Congressman Gottheimer. I represent the northern part of New Jersey, Sussex, Warren, Passaic, and Bergen counties, and I am honored to be here today with you as we celebrate this very important anniversary, the 550th anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the founder of Sikhism. Thank you so much for welcoming me. I represent, as I said, northern Bergen County, and one of the things that makes northern New Jersey and our country so great are all our differences. That's what we should celebrate every single day. It is what's built our country, allowed our economy to flourish, and allow our state to do so well and be such a wonderful place to raise a family. Our great country has a rich history, as you know, of welcoming immigrants who have come to our shores in search of freedom. Freedom to worship their religion without fear of persecution or prosecution. Here in New Jersey, we are proud of all of our places of worship, our churches, our synagogues, our gurdwaras, our community centers, our mosques, so many rich and diverse communities in our state. We are living, though, unfortunately, in a time where it's become increasingly difficult to, instead of celebrating those moments and all of these differences, it's become very, very hard for so many of our communities. Too often, we seem to be fixated these days on what divides us, not on what brings us together, and not on celebrating that rich diversity, but actually finding ways to divide our country further. It's not accepted, and part of why I'm here today is to talk about what we must do to stand up to it, what we must do together to stand up to it. That's why it's so important, I think, that we come together to celebrate important milestones like this one in our communal life. It's exactly what we're doing today by celebrating the founder of Sikhism. Guru Nanak taught his followers to remember God, to earn their living by honest means, and to share with the less fortunate. And as we enter the holiday seasons now, I think that is more important than ever. Today, the religion he founded counts more than 25 million followers worldwide, and about 1 million here in the United States, including 100,000 here in New Jersey. Recently, we've seen a terrifying rise, as I was saying, in bias, intolerance, and hate crimes against religious minorities, both here at home and around the world. In 2018, there were 1,117 reported hate crimes, anti-religious crimes. It's an alarming statistic. If we allow hatred, bigotry, and intolerance to go unchecked, then I believe we risk undermining the very values upon which our country was founded. Together, we must always stand together and speak out as one voice against intolerance. We must come together and be unified. When we face racism or bias in public or online, we must not hide. We must overcome the temptation to retreat to our corners and communities, because threats against any one group are threats against all of us. We must spread the message of unity and understanding, which I know is why we're all coming together these weeks to celebrate this important milestone. In that spirit, we remember Harris County, Texas Deputy Sandeep Dhaliwal of blessed memory. As you know, Deputy Dhaliwal was the first Sikh sheriff deputy in Harris County, Texas, where he fought and won the right to wear a dastar and a beard with his uniform. Deputy Dhaliwal was a leader who truly promoted and fostered an inclusive community. Like many Americans, I was heartbroken to learn of his tragic shooting just a few months ago. He will forever be missed, and I know that his example and powerful legacy of spreading light in his community will continue to live on. And it's because of the American community came together then and stood up and said never again that I know that we come together today to stand up against awful hate crimes like that one. In Congress, I will continue working hard on behalf of the Sikh community here in New Jersey to spread these ideals. I'm very proud to be a member of the bipartisan American Sikh Congressional Caucus, and I've always enjoyed spending time with the community, whether it's in Glen Rock or in Oakland, across the 5th Congressional District. I also recently co-sponsored a bipartisan House resolution recognizing the historical, cultural, and religious differences and significance of Sikh Americans. You know, I've got such good friends in the community, and whether talking about the Attorney General, who has done such an incredible job here in the state of New Jersey, and who I went to high school with and played tennis with, or, of course, you probably know Yogi, you probably know about Preet. They are everywhere and always speaking out for the values that we all hold dear. It is such a rich and warm community, and I'm just so honored and proud to be a guest in it from time to time whenever you let me come and visit. And I know, and we all know, if you look at just the remarkable contributions of the Sikh community, how much is given to America, it is really, really an incredible, incredible thing. Thank you for what you do for our country and for our community. Thank you for using these moments to bring us all together, our elected officials, our faith leaders, and I try as often as possible, and I do it quarterly, bring faith leaders from all across my district together to look for places where we can work together, to get to know one another, to celebrate our differences, to learn more whenever we have that chance. And so when things happen, we can come together and stand up together as one voice. Just last month, in fact, we got together to talk about nonprofit security grants, resources that we can claw back from the federal government back to Jersey to actually make sure that our synagogues, our church, our gurdwaras, and every religious center is safe. Because to me, again, our fundamental values as a country were built on this idea that we should be able to practice any religion. So let me conclude by saying that despite the many challenges we face in our country, let's not forget that we are the greatest country in the world. We're very lucky to have the best people protecting us at home and abroad, and we must not lose faith. In fact, we should come together stronger now than ever. And remember how fortunate we are to live here, but that it takes hard work. We're constantly perfecting our union. And moments like this are ones where we should celebrate our differences and remember what else we can do to actually keep building a stronger America. As Guru Nanak said, burn worldly love, rub the ashes, and make ink of it. Make the heart the pen, the intellect the writer, write that which has no end or limit. Thank you for being here with me, allowing me to address you, to celebrate the teachings and all they mean. Let us all, in the spirit of Guru Nanak, find ways to pick up a pen, to write which has no end, and continue to come together. In the spirit of oneness, I believe that our best days will always be ahead of us. Thank you, and may God bless you, and may God continue to watch over our great country.